What's up, y'all? It's your man, Bass Opera Fondo, and I'm here today to talk about how I never got into drug use. And well, first off, the main big three is what? Coke, pretty much is same, almost like crack, meth, and heroin. I'm gonna talk about, and yeah, alcoholism too. I only drink beers, and that's it. I'm not really too crazy about like anything over 8% or 10%. I usually stick next to like, you know, like little stills or like sometimes edges. Lager, basically. That's basically my thing. But the reason why I never got into alcohol is because, like, I did have a grandfather that died from AIDS in front of me when I was like 8 years old. Saying he was like an alcoholic, and he didn't take care of my mom or anything when she was growing up. Like she met him again. She seen him when she was a kid, and then she met him again when she was like older, and she could flee us to North Carolina from Minneapolis, where I'm originally from. But the reason why I never got into alcohol because I had like this friend named Bob, and he was an alcoholic. It's somebody I lived with when I was paying rent. I lived somewhere else in another house before I moved back to this one before my horrible accident that we talked about, the car crash. But I never got into alcoholism because alcohol is like the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like at night, once it starts off as fun. They all start off as fun, and then you end up washed out to sea. You know what I'm saying? And like when you're washed out to sea, it just goes. You go with. You can't go without it. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen someone die from alcoholism, withdrawal, and it was like they just said, "Oh yeah, I quit. I'm done." But then like within 2 or 3 days, their bodies was shaking and they had withdrawal and they almost died. And I seen someone actually die from it. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much one of the reasons I never got into alcohol. The reason I never got into opioids or nothing, or any pills or anything, because pills is like a tall building. Son. And everything starts off as fun, but once you get high enough, I had a friend that used to do Xanax. He did Xanax left and right. It got to a point where he was doing 14 a day, and when he didn't have them, he would wig out and have a anger tirade. I seen him black his own mom's eye, and then I seen him, like I seen him steal his mom's car, like when he wasn't supposed to be driving. You know what I'm saying? He got a DUI. I seen him basically go down the drain because he started off with a Nissan 2019. You know what I'm saying? Maximum to like crashing it. And thank God they didn't find a little Xanax in the middle of his console. But yeah, and then like so it starts off as a building, right? And then once you get to the top, like, you know, it's just like alcohol, like without it you can die. You can withdraw from it. You get dope sick. Something I don't know about because I never tried that shit like that. But and then like so opioids, Xanax, what methadone, oxycontin. That's just like fucking. You get to the top of a building, and then when you wanna, it's time to get off. You've been doing so much. You like at 14 a day. That when you get off, you gotta come down crack by crack. You can't just come down stair by stair. You can't just come down like elevator by elevator. Nah, you got to come down crack by crack. You got to come down slowly, son, because that shit dangerous. I seen that shit in action with people that took to that shit and it's shameful. And it's not really shameful. It's shameful how it makes them, son. Make them. It's not right. That's why I'm on team ban opioids because it's not. The shit just ain't right. But and then last and final, I'm gonna talk about meth and MDMH, whatever that shit's called. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, they're talking about legalizing that for ADHD for people. But I'm like, nah, they shouldn't. That shit's bad. All that Adderall, uh, what, ecstasy, Molly, meth, that's all the same family. So, and that all ain't good for, that's not good. Son. That shit is like, and then it's like, when you get in them type of cycles, you have like people that you hang with that's not really your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like they just be around just because I either put you on it because they know that you always have money, or either you're a hard worker, right? And then once you get into it, then it's cool to snitch on you and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how you get caught up. Son. Because see, the cops, they don't really care about the people they already fucked up and gave a record to. They give a fuck. They going after the people that just getting started on this shit, so they can put that shit freshly on your record. Because once possession's on your record, you know it's there for life. That's why you don't. This is why I never did drugs, because it just always seemed like a trap to me. It doesn't matter how good it makes you feel. You never end up in a good situation. Nobody on drugs can really say right now on drugs can look up and say out their two eyes everything is going well. So, but anyway, that's just my thesis. That's just my say so on that. And that's just my conclusion. And overall, just stay the hell away from it, in my opinion. But anyway, y'all have a good morning. Beso profundo. Peace.